Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I'd like to talk to you about another wireless mouse. Now this mouse is made by a company called VicTsing. There's their branding right here. That's VicTsing, VicTsing, VicTsing. And I've had this mouse now for just over 2 weeks. And I must say I really am enjoying this mouse. It doesn't cost a whole lot. And I didn't expect to enjoy this mouse at this price point. Now this mouse is slightly different than some of the other ones. Now, a few videos ago I did a wireless mouse that looked like Iron Man's head, and that took 2 AAA batteries. Well, this mouse has a built-in 300 milliamp hour lithium battery. And that takes about 1 to 2 hours to fully charge it, depending upon how depleted the internal battery is. No, if there's a way to remove it, I don't know it. So I'm just going to say built in, you cannot remove the battery. Now, let's take a walk around this mouse. Just like typical, you got the left and the right buttons here. You got a scroll wheel, which does act as a button as well. You got the Dpi switch right here, and just underneath it, I'm not sure if my camera will pick it up, but there's a little hole there. That's the red LED light. And on this side, which is where your thumb is going to be, you got 2 more buttons. You got forward and backward buttons. And let's see if my camera will pick up. You notice there's these little markings here on the side. That's a raised textured surface. Some of the other mouses I had, they always had the little dimples, kind of like a golf ball where they go in. These are raised so they come out. And for me, I like that feeling. When I'm holding onto the mouse, it feels really nice and secure in my hand, having that raised textured feel to it. And right here, right there, that's the charging port. It's a micro USB. Right here is the on and off switch, and of course right there is going to be the optical sensor. And you got 1, 2, 3, and 4 glides. Let me turn on the mouse, see? So you can see the little red light going in there. And that's pretty much the walk around the mouse. The plastic feels really, really nice. It doesn't feel cheap at all. Let me shake it. Nothing's loose. Like I said, I had this for about 2.5 weeks now. And let me give you something else here. Just take a listen. This mouse is quiet. Now let me do the scroll wheel. And of course, when you press on the scroll wheel, you'll hear a little bit of the click. It's really quiet. And it took me about 2 to 3 hours to kind of get used to not hearing that nice click that some mice have. So it doesn't take you long at all to get used to it being so quiet. Now the DPI switch. This one has 5 DPI levels. 800, 1200, 1600, 2000, and 2400. That's the different DPI levels, and of course all you got to do is press the DPI button right there and it'll change it. It is 2.4G wireless. I have not had any problems with the signal going to my laptop, even up to 20 feet away. Never really got farther than that, so it is plug and play, of course. I did mention that after 15 minutes, the mouse goes into standby. And the way to get it out of standby is click any button and it reactivates the mouse. Now they do claim 30 days of daily use off of 1 charge. And up to 12 months on standby on a full charge. Now, since I had this mouse, for these 2.5 weeks, I purposely left it on whenever I wasn't around using my computer or my laptop. And it's still going strong. I still have not charged it. When I first got the mouse in, I charged it up. It took about an hour, a little bit more. But I'm still running off of that same initial charge. It's actually been about 2 weeks and 4 days now. So it's still running good off that initial charge. And I do like that. Now, of course, like I said, when the LED light that's down in here in this little hole, when you plug it in, it's red. It's a nice solid red color. When the battery is fully charged, that light will go off. When the battery gets low, that light will flash kind of quick to let you know, hey, charge it up. They do give you a micro USB cable for this. And I actually measured it. It's actually 5 feet in length. That's 5 feet for a USB cable to charge up this mouse. So if you're going to have it on a desktop computer, you should have plenty enough room to plug it in the back or the front and run it up to the top of your desk. Okay, it might be a little bit of overkill for your, maybe a laptop if that's your main computer, but hey, can't complain with a 5 foot long USB cable, right? Now there's only one negative thing I can say about this mouse. There's nowhere to store the USB receiver. Normally in mice like this, they'll see a little hole cut out here and you can just stick it in there. Maybe on the side, sometimes you lift the top of the mouse off and it'll be in there. Or if you have a battery operated one, you take the battery compartment door off and there's a hole in there. This doesn't have anything like that. It would have been nice to see a compartment where you can put the USB receiver in there, but it just does not have it. There is another downfall or negative, but for me it's not because I use Windows. The mouse drivers are not available on iOS devices, okay? Now that's like the iPhone, the iPad, things like that nature. But the mouse itself is available on the Mac OS with the exception of the forward and backward buttons here on the side. Once again, the drivers are not available for iOS devices like your iPhone or your iPad. But the mouse itself is available on Mac OS with the exception of the forward and backward buttons. Well, that concludes this review of the VicTsing wireless mouse. Would I highly suggest it? Yes, I do. Like I said, especially if you're someone with, big hands, this is going to fit very comfortably in your hand. It does for me. I love it. I love the textured feel. And like I said, it only took me about 2 to 3 hours to kind of get used to not hearing the click of the mouse, the left and right mouse button. So it's really nice. Oh, and yeah, when you do change a DPI, it does change pretty quickly. Some of the other mice I used to use, you'd click it and you'd have to wait, 2 to 3, maybe 4 seconds before you can notice a change of difference. This one does change pretty quick. I'd say maybe within a second and a half, it will change. And I like to use it too. I mean, it plays very good for me when I play Unreal Tournament, the Fear games, Halo, works for me. So for the price, you're getting an awful lot out of this little mouse, and I would highly recommend it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Even if you didn't like it, still leave a comment and put that dislike, hit the dislike button. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Do not forget about that notification bell. That way you'll know whenever I put out a new video. And until the next video, you have a fantastic day.